Sőt, jó reggelt, sziasztok! Itt Feszalom 2, aztán folytassuk tovább a Wicher 3 végigjátszást. Jelenleg a mesevilágba tartottunk. Csak kidobott megint a rohadék. Jelenleg a 3 varázsbabból egy megvan. És hogy itt vagyunk a nagymama házánál, aki igazából farkas most már, mert megette a nagymamát. És itt van. Itt dobott ki, hogy vele beszélgettünk, ugye?
Hello. Can we talk?
Watch my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh, Sienna, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the stripes. Sienna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, Little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Good now, what's at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Na ja.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. The piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
Nagyszerű. Emlékszeg a piroskának a
Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg.
kérdés áttörést. Szóval elmegyek piroskának és kicsodálják a holttestet van a kútba valahol. Aha. Milyen francia farkas volt, mi? Piroska. Köpelje. És ezt vissza kéne vinni akkor a sziromának. Itt vagyunk a toronynál már megint, nem?
Any luck?
Ha,
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me.
ott vannak a brémai múzsikusok a háttérben.
How do I look?
Wow, mint Jennifer. Csak pillanatban.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if Little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Aha.
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
Says the first.
Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
The better to embrace you with, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Posłuchaj, opowiadam.
Come on.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean. A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
Nagyszerű.
Well then, one step closer to our goal.
Még egy van.
What?
I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. In your shoes, I'd have myriad questions. For instance, Siana, whatever became of you after they drove you out? But you, nothing. You avoid all talk of it.
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear about it.
The flower of Toussaint's Knights took me all the way to the Ketdu wilderness and left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. Eventually, I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
Na jó. Nyilván nem lehet normálisan meditálni, ezért meditáltunk így. Na de a 3 kismalac
You
kéne
like Anna
meg.
Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please.
Oj. Na, intendere con magari. Nem is kevés, bassza meg. Aha.
Oh, the Three Little Pigs homes. You know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One being lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
Gyere van a harmadik buffem.
Get him!
Oh, Pumboch, they didn't like that!
Damn it.
Hú, de erősek, bazd meg. De bazd meg, mi van itt? Nagyszerű. Esett a basztam.
Big Bad Wicher huffed and puffed, and look, got a beam.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of the Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. The beans won't plant themselves, you know. Now we must plant them by the path near Longlock's tower. Prepare to meet the giant. So, do you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portal... all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Itt van a szorony még mindig, hopp. Na.
Flint! Cigars! Pipes! Rolling leaves! Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fistek?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass, but no one bought them, so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweeties?
Nothing. We just want to get out of here. As fast as we can.
Sweet cheeks. 2 puffs of my stuff, and I guarantee you'll fly out of here as if...
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
Give Sienna the ribbon. Why not, huh?
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
Hello.
Alright, let's play. If you lose, you give me the ribbon.
Don't get your hopes up. None can best me at Gwent.
Te. Sokan mondták már ezt előtted. És már elég vinteztünk. Bár a gombás ember helyett más választanék. Scoia'tellával. Ha. Kap be. Nézzük csak. Ha. Ennyi.
Rumpel, you're good at this. A word twice given. The ribbon's yours. Now skedaddle.
All right. Tell me
What?
what you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
I... Thank you.
Aha. És hogyha ezt a hirdető táblát megnézem, akkor mi van? Megbízás.
Contract from a goose. That's new.
You really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true Wicher should never abandon poultry in distress.
Jaj. Igazából az a megbízás itt, ami van akkor. Ha. Hüvelykpannáiknak a lakhelyébe. Wicher soha nem mond soha állt a kontraktokra. Ja, én ez a ház zárva volt.
Doesn't seem to be at home. A feather. Broken. There was a fight. A feather. Broken. There was a fight. Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings.
Watch out! Pixies! Hey, there, in the trees. Some kind of camp.
Valami figyel minket. Banditák. Összakár.
Why keep her in a cage? Eggs from free-range birds are so much better. Oh well. Where's the key?
Orkestot mondjuk elhozom. Az igen, Livgárdi. Ital. Hús kell hozzá. Még pöcsté úgyis itt van. Nem mondom.
Here it is. Got it. Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
No.
Oh look, she laid a golden egg for you.
Oh, right
If only
there.
all my employers were that generous.
Did you really travel all the way here for a contract?
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had to know
Well, spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think.
this. Oh yes. Visit Toussaint once and you'll always long to return.
4 animals stacked atop each other. What was the tale called again?
The musicians of Blaviken. Huh.
Yeah.
You've some link to the town as well, don't you?
But my tale's not much like this one.
Ja, csak itt most blavikeni muzsikusok. Nem, hogy brémai muzsikusok. Ha. Hopp.
You like that silver?
Right, this is the spot.
Ó,
Pull out the beans.
mindjárt. Ez kurva kemény volt, vagy még maradt.
Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very
Oh.
abruptly. You must be careful. All right, toss them!
Hát...
Something's always gotta go wrong.
Hoppá!
The home stretch.
Szélegyenes. A szép volt. Ígérő passzulj meg.
Incredible.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with...
Oh.
him.
Én az óriás. Már nem sok kell neki. Szia.
A fairy tale creature. That was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
That so? How? Plan to use me like you did Detloff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
Hát... Ha. Nagyszerű, mehetünk tovább?
Just gonna go our separate ways? No parting words?
Did you wish to tell me something?
Actually, that'd probably be best.
Oh my. No woman's ever treated you this way.
Not that I recall, no.
In that case, at last you felt what so many women in this world feel at times.
I just hope this tale has a happy ending. For me, for you, for everyone.
That may very well depend on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing beyond what you heard. For now. Come. The exit's this way.
Ha, és most már kijutunk? Bár előtte felszerelést javítunk. Abban a pillanatban. Csak az a baj, szerintem most egy darabig úgyse lesz kovács, szóval... Micsodáról ne is álmodjak.
Another will-o'-the-wisp.
Megint egy détfény. Nem szélen át, hogyha érte.
Just curious. Why do you want the heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. And I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
Ugorjunk a kurba vele. Nézzük. Wow, visszatértünk. Királyi palota, éjfél után.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary. Thus I knew where to await you.
Oh.
Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Oh.
Regis, what happened to your famous manners?
Apologies. I forgot myself.
Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Kicsit olyan, mintha Jennifer lenne ez a csaj. Ha. Valamire később.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Huh.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Detlef ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
Let's get ready. Deadloff will be here any moment now.
Ujjaj.
Sienna, I have a question I must ask you.
Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Deadlove, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
Ujjaj. Jöjjön el.
What? But how?
Visszakerültem a virágba.
The ribbon.
Ja, szarlak.
Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay! You never should have meddled, Wicher!
Csatlakozni szépen. A vámpírok háborúja.
I was just the last. You tricked me, both of you!
Didn't plan any of it.
Final boss time. Ó, igen. Ugye ez van a DLC-nek a borítója.
Start playing now.
Nem egy egyszerű most sajnos. Meghalunk ezt. Kevés nagyon.
Wise
Isn't...
Is it perhaps?
Let's get the ribbon.
Egy tudok menteni egyet. Azt érzem, hogy mit tudok itt magamból kezdeni. Hogy ne halljak meg olyan kurva gyorsan. Nézzük csak. Vámpírolajat nem fogok tudni csinálni, mi? Nézzük csak. Hatékonyabb vámpírolaj. Vámpírolaj. Vámpírolajat tudok csinálni. Hatékonyabb vámpírolajat is tudok csinálni, nem? Kiváló vámpírolaj. Van, azt talán nem fogok tudni megcsinálni. Mert hiányzik hozzá egy darab cinóber. Már hogyha cinóbert tudnék csinálni. Nézzük csak. Mindegy, akkor egyelőre hatékonyabb és jó lesz. Láttuk már az egymásnak feszülést.
I want you just for that. You tricked me. Both of you. Silence! Start praying now.
Na. Ujjaj. Ezeket a szarakat kéne szétfasználni. Hoppá! Meg utána megint néha egy ilyen életfőzetet. Hogy is van? Ennyi. Boom! Az az a kurva anyját. Ó! Kemény boss volt nagyon. Özsisz vagy kicsoda? Túlélte?
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Hoppá. Az viszont baj. Ha. Szabóműhely.
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Nézzük csak.
Rather not bicker about taste. Don't like to. It's neither interesting nor productive.
This particular Witcher has an inborn intolerance for formal occasions. Yet he's to attend just such an event shortly. I expect that's the source of his prickliness. So try not to take things personally, Master Taylor. Rather pity him. For in truth, stage fright overwhelms him. He trembles at the thought that he has no notion how to behave in the presence of Her Grace's Majesty.
As well he should. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else, which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that bootshine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter.
No.
Look around inside.
Kurva nagy csata után igazán mentünk.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Gyertek.
Any last words?
Ennyi.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve this soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you throw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Na. Ötödik áldozatot megnevező levél.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link, enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victim's links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions, ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you can always ask her yourself.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Siana.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
You see the vampires.
Hogy beszéljük Szilannával, ő megint a vesévrágban van. Hogyha igaz.
I can almost see the scent of your flesh.
Na de végre ismét működik a gyors utazás. Nem egy kurva jó dolog. Felszabadultnak érzem magam tőle. Megint át kéne mennem mesevilágba.
Halt!
Need to see Siana, urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that Wicher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
The Wicher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Huh.
You envy her. Her power, her beauty, the love of her people.
I see I misjudged you. You understand nothing. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
At least you're being honest, finally.
Lying only ever makes sense when there's a chance someone will believe you. It's actually refreshing, in a way, to say what I truly think. So why don't I do it a bit more? I was only ever nice to you to get you to sleep with me. I thought you might come in handy one day. Your comrade Regis is using you, and Anna Henrietta perceives you solely as her unthinking, blunt instrument. She's right to, you know.
Huh.
I like this game. Long as we're being honest, here I go. You're a pathetic, self-centered snake. Should I go on? You'll rot in this tower. You'll die of old age, embittered, alone and forgotten. By everyone. Have a nice life, Sienna.
Huh.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too.
Naja.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Hát.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Wicher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness.
Kösz.
Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Lehet, hogy meg se kellett volna, bazd meg. Nyerni ezt Haribban.
In the guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Wicher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Wicher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
G'day.
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Hát.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Dettlaff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Sienna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Wicher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
The Wicher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Your Grace, as head of state, you should look first and foremost after your dominion. Sienna's actions, what drove them, be damned. She's a threat to your subjects.
You are correct. They are what matters. I must not forget this. Sienna, You shall be tried and given a fitting punishment.
Hoppa.
Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you. Will you forgive me?
I shall never forgive you.
Anyád. Oh boy, viszont. Két héttel később, csak egy pillanat. Meg kell nézni, hogy ezt nem tudtuk volna úgy intézni, hogy jó legyen. Hogy senki más ne halljon már meg. Jó, is csináltam mentést, meg az. Jó, ezt már láttuk.
Need to promise.
Have you come to see how...
I know who the fifth see. Why do you want?
Nézzük csak.
How should I know? Might really be the curse of the Black Sun. Word is, cursed princesses often kill their own families.
I see I misjudged you. You understand nothing.
Lehet, hogy ez utolsó lett már jó válasz.
Halt! In the...
Need to promise.
As long as...
Have you come...
I know who the fifth see. Why do you... Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true.
Definitely gonna tell her.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know.
Hallottuk már.
I probably...
Nézzük csak.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you, and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, Only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Na ezek csak.
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you?
Igen.
Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Wicher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you.
Let's go. Damien.
Geralt.
All right.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug, and more like a man In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. In the guilds...
You lost them all in the...
Yes.
I shall do...
Your...
My dear...
hallottuk.
In more of...
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you. The gust...
Hát nem tudom. És hogyha most ezt mondom neki?
It's...
Yes.
I
do... In a... You...
I'm not... If my...
Wish... The witch... You have... Nord... Thus I...
Igen, és most más van. Szörnyűleg, de megvolt az oka a fájdalomra.
Bitterness consumes Sienna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Sienna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Wicher? She betrayed me.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Wicher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish platters, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch.
Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Ennyi. Az mindjárt egy boldogabb befejezés.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a Wicher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
Küldetés tárgyak, nézzük csak. Nyilván felvették a maszkot és belefaszom se tudja. Jó. Most vették fel.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Damn it, where'd you go? Regis! Damn it, where'd you go? Regis!
You raise your hand against the vampire! You shall die for that!
I did what I had to do!
Ó, bazd meg.
That! Renegade!
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Ja.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home, on the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like. To just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. That first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Igazából ez is így egy 8, bár még azért van egy...
I'd love to go home.
Legyen már még oly szerény. Igazából 30 rész alatt kivégeztük ezt a cuccost, hogy úgy mondjam nektek. Na, de ezt vegyük vissza. Azt gondolom lekerült rólunk akkor. Karakter. Talán meg egyetlen mutaként meg fogok tudni csinálni. Hát, vagy nem. De akkor nyörgem nekik. Sőt, veressünk egy mentést. Mondom, veressünk egy mentést. És nézzük, hogy mi van itt. Menj haza.
Master Wicher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Oh, yeah.
What's that smell?
Ki lehet az? Hoppá, csak nem szerű.
You look good. Come. Don't just stand there. I want a hug.
Oh, igen.
What did you bring?
A Garkin from Angren. I slew it. All by my lonesome.
That why you left Carrera so suddenly? Had no idea where you'd gone. Your note was puzzling. Don't try to find me. Threw me for a loop.
That was silly. It's just that I felt stifled in your shadow. I'd have suffocated had I stayed. So when I read that notice, the contract, when I saw Angren, I knew I had to do it. Alone. Without my nanny.
I'm not your nanny. I believe in you. Like my new house?
The house is lovely, but it could use a bit of work.
Yeah, got plans for it, don't worry. Wanna go outside? Could show you the grounds.
No csak itt valami a szíri.
It's lovely here. I could stay forever.
Autózúgás.
What's stopping you?
Actually, not a thing. I slew a Garkin, collected my bounty. I believe I'm owed some respite.
Indeed you do, mademoiselle. As my major domo would say.
You've a butler?
A steward. Name's Barnabas Basil. BB for short, though I don't know if he likes it. He's the one let you in. I'll ask him to bring in some fruit, a beverage. You can spend the rest of the day lying about.
Nothing would make me happier.
Being a Witcher anything like you imagined?
Geralt, I didn't have to imagine anything. Remember, before we parted, we walked a good stretch of the path together.
Journeyman and master, though, not the same thing.
I'm still a long way from mastering anything, but I am trying. Anyway, I did learn from the best.
Just passed on what worked for me. Or at least tried to.
I was thinking of Eskel and Lambert.
So, no regrets? Choice you made?
Not at all. I'm doing what I ever wanted to do. Being who I wanted to be. I believe that's one definition of happiness.
See you later, Ciri.
Take care of yourself.
Ennyi. És így akkor minden küldetést teljesítettünk, happy end lett a vége. Ciri is itt van velünk. És 30 rész alatt kivégeztük ezt a játékot. Igazából mit mondjak róla? Nekem mai napig tetszik ez a játék, igazából jó hosszú, ugye? Talán az első kettő az jóval rövidebb, mindez. Következő végigjátszás meg nem tudom, hogy mi lesz. Igazából, hogyha meg lesz az új gépem jövő héten valamikor, vagy a Starfieldnek kéne neki esni, vagy folytatni kéne a Heroes 5-nek azt a modos végigjátszását. Vagy, mert ugye előrendeltem én a Marvel Spider-Man 2-t, lehet, hogy elő kéne venni ismét a Marvel Spider-Man első részét, meg a úgymond Miles Morales. Mondanám, hogy kiegészítő, de annyira kinőtte magát az is, hogy ilyen spin-off-nak mondanám. Nem teljes értékű folytatásnak, mert rövidebb az is. Szóval egyelőre még meglátjuk, hogy mi lesz itt a továbbiakban. De egyelőre most így akkor ennyi. Kivégeztük, nagyon tetszett. Igazából meg itt annyi az endingek között, hogy esetleg, hogyha nem adom oda Szilanának a kérdőzőjel, ribbont, nem vesszük el a gyufa árus lánytól, akkor mindenképpen börtönbe veszünk itt Tuszamban, ugye? Mindenképpen börtönbe veszünk Tuszamban, azt az endinget én nem néztem végig még, bár nagyon érdekel. Aztán így, amit így végigcsináltunk, ez így a legjobb ending, itt mindenki életben maradt, ugye arra helyérte megbocsájtott Szilanának, aztán, ja. Bár egyébként, hogyha esetleg az alapjáték során nem úgy bánunk Cirivel, vagy adjuk őt a császárnak, ugye, ahogy ezt kéri, akkor nem Ciri üldökél itt velünk, hanem Triss Merigold, ugye. Aztán így ennyi akkor. Köszi szépen, hogy akkor itt voltatok, néztetek. Viszlát egy másik végigjátszás során. Vigyázzatok magatokra, és addig is sziasztok!